Razor-like plummet like frantic executioners struggling to contain a furious madman. The Leviathan is pinned to the ground, unable to break free, but it still lets out a roar so loud it could burst eardrums. Light erupt from within his body, vitally shattering the very fabric of space itself. The rift leading to mania keeps widening. Christina is gripped by an agonizing headache in a torrent of emotional sensation floods her mind, engulfing her before violently ejecting her. She is in a realm of pure mental chaos where her sense of self is continuously breaking apart and relentlessly eroded. Amidst the chaos, she instinctively releases Kukulik's hand and rushes back to find Shalom. But in this moment and place, humans are insignificant. A forceful streak of light swings her away, casting her aside like a solitary leaf. As she distances herself, she finally sees that soft figure. Shalom is consumed by mania, impaled by lances of light. She lifts her gaze to Christina, witnessing the young girl's struggle as she shouts her name, only to be relentlessly pushed back by berserk lights of beam. She takes no action, seemingly numb, as if in a state of waiting. At last, a shadowy figure catches Christina from behind, a luminescent edge of familiar blade severing all menacing beams of light that imperiled her. Observing this from a distance, Shalom smiles, her lips quivering subtly. Christina can't quite make out what she's saying. She senses a momentary hesitation from the person holding her from behind, and then she decisively leads Christina away from the surrounding chaos. As everything goes white, a massive triangle materializes in the space. A blue spike of light rains down from it like a torrent, wholly consuming both the roaring Leviathan and the silent hush. I am still 90% sure she's alive. And this is all probably planned or something. Like, it's fucking stupid how far they think a person can plan. As Christina's consciousness fragments while regaining awareness, she can make out her surroundings. What she does see is a vivid red and icy blue spike piercing her body. This is the disruption that broke out in the real world when the two forces clashed. She too was affected when she intruded upon the scene. From the indistinct distance, the clamor of fierce battle resonates.
X is encountering anomalies, training ahead of schedule. Activate emergency eradication protocol. Eliminate all. Eliminate all.
I love the design of these things. They look so cool.
Christina, where are they? Tell me, where are they? Are you dead, kiddo?
Another burst of intense gunfire erupts, only to be abruptly silenced by a crash of heavy metal. Multiple grunts from her suggest that they have been thrown off balance. Krishna hears a familiar voice.
Mission update. Paradisa's proxy will arrive to retrieve the worn-out hush. In the meantime, I'll take care of the pollution here.
Your sitter who's been adjusted by X, equally untrustworthy. Eliminate all. Eliminate... A new Shoral. Why is it with you?
Conditions in the observatorium are abnormal. Update instructions. Emergency recover X and preserve her life. Central pollution levels are critical. Hush unit assembled to neutralize another S-rank sinner. Rahu, recover X and eradicate all originating containments. Report any anomalies.
Understood.
Another sinner.
The MPCC tracking team has reached the outskirts. Taking her out now would be too risky. I recommend relocating and, if needed, employing memory alteration via the 9th agency. Although very subtle, she too bears X's mark.
An unnecessary move. Hand her over to the MPCC. This accident has caused too much. It's time to stop the losses. All our forces should be reserved for the underground. Now move. Now you need to understand, in actual battle, money is a big resources are a big thing. People fail to see that. They just see the strength of some people and then think like, oh, they must be able to do everything. But no, there's a lot of resources involved. And I think Shalom is still alive because technically her body is still alive. Maybe her consciousness may be in a little bit of tatters. And maybe she will become like an emotional person because her consciousness and rationality will combine through all that torrent. I don't know how that's going to affect her usability as a tool. Footsteps draw near. Is it Rahu? Christina strains to open her eyes, struggling to discern her surroundings. Before seeing Rahul, Roshina is first struck by a scene that floods her with nostalgia, rendering her mind a blank slate.
You saved me?
As she speaks, she sees a radiant white light enveloping her. She senses something deep within being stirred as her words miraculously start to mend. Her wounds miraculously start to mend. An unsettling awareness seeps into her thoughts, leaving Christina overwhelmed with dread.
No, you're wielding your powers on me. You're trying to control me. Release me. I don't want your salvation. I won't be shackled by you again.
Christina forcefully shoves the woman before her, who stumbles backward like a hollow shell, terrifying the young girl, who immediately clings to her in sheer terror. The light around them fades, the eyes of Hush grows increasingly vacant, until nothing remains but a chilling triangular insignia in her pupil. Christina's mind is in chaos. Is she being manipulated? Despite her best efforts, she finds herself helplessly pulled back into the past, into memories deeply etched into the recesses of her soul.
Justice exists, without a doubt. I've seen it with my own eyes. In another pure, real world, where every facet of the human heart is laid bare. There, I saw justice. And it exists forever.
The pure real world she's talking about, I think she's talking about the sea where her consciousness has gone and it observes human hearts and emotions and whatnot. That's where she probably saw it.
It exists forever. Does it mean it's very strong? Is it strong enough to defeat evil?
The woman's laughter fills the air as her captivating smile takes form. Shalom leans in towards Christina, her head gently finding rest on the young girl's shoulder.
Occasionally, it is strong, but it's often frail. We live in a far from perfect era, where many tend to believe the harsher side of things. Chaos, in its own unsettling way, provides some certainty and comfort. But there will always be those who need it. The downtrodden, the brave, those unwilling to submit. I don't think it's naive. I don't need her anymore. Basic first aid is enough. Contact I think we agreed that the premise of giving you this task was not to rely on violence, to control your own mania. You should still seek the truth, capture the criminal, and
Words temporarily
anyone else.
wrap around Christina in a gentle embrace before departing. I guess even if she was controlled, from her perspective it was a nice time that she had with her. The white light that had filled her with dread finally vanishes, yet Christina finds herself irresistibly pulling the woman leaning against her into a tight embrace.
This isn't naive. It's your defiance against this world of chaos.
She suddenly hugs the woman in her arms tightly, gripping her hard. In her mind, she realizes, as a detective, there's still something I need to take care of. Right then, Christina cries out, "That looks cool." It looks like she looks like a vampire or something. Very beautifully drawn.
Bleak, I'll keep my word. So listen up. Remember every word I say. My father, Marshall Collins, served as an instructor for FAC G42. He gave his life in the Eclipse operation back in NF-103. For his sacrifice, he earned the FAC's second-tier heroic medal. I pay my respects to him every year, and I'm always proud of him. Survive and save them from whatever hell they're in. If you can't find them, come looking for me. Rest assured, I will never give up. Got it? Get out of my way!